Hi, it's Claire, your intuitive reader. Am I reading your story? Let's find out. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here. Love you guys. So let's get into it. So what I got was high heart chakra, number 6. This is about fertility. This is about this inner knowing. This place, high heart chakra, is a bright pink for a lot of people. It's in a place kind of behind your sternum, near your heart, but it is a little higher. It has a higher frequency. It's more connected to the source. And then you got the internal explorer, number 32. And this is about going within. This is about really exploring. Once you realize what resonates with you, you'll realize like what you're, if you're not feeling something, you're just going to get out of it. You're not going to stay in a situation that doesn't resonate with you. Once you feel that internal exploration of yourself, once you really figure out who you are and what resonates with you, you won't be able to stand situations that don't. You'll just be like, oh, I actually physically feel sick in this situation. So that comes to the violet flame, number 52. And this is about taking that, what's your toolbox? What materials do you have? What practices do you have to deal with these situations when you're like outside of yourself and you're around other people and it starts invading on your sense of being okay? What tools do you have to recenter yourself, ground yourself, get rid of that toxic energy? Like, it can't really get into you if you're not resonating with it. So you got to make sure you go through your auric field and your energy and make sure that no one else's energy has come into yours and is actually impacting why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Like, if you're in a great mood and all of a sudden you're agitated, you're irritated, like, check in with yourself. Is that really your energy or is it someone else's? So then we got the intention card, which is the wand. When you create practices that keep your energy clear, you can actually just, once you've done a meditation and you grounded yourself and created a grounding cord or whatever you use, bringing in, your energy back, calling your energy back. Once you've done that, you can actually just have the intention. You can create something in your head that goes like, when I think of a bell, the sound of a bell, then I draw my energy back. Or when I think of a tree trunk, I feel grounded. Like, whatever it is that makes you, like, your intention, you created with that practice, with that meditation. Your ancestors are really trying to help you. Your spirit guides are trying to come in and they're like trying to remind you of things that they have passed down through generation after generation, things that you just know. And so when you have that intention to create and you want to start remembering the practices of your ancestors, of your spirit guides, if you're paying attention, you will actually see this light right here. You will see that you can create from your intention because you already know what to do. It's somewhere in you. I'm getting a lot of purple energy. So there's a lot of connection to all the cards I picked are all purple. They're all purple. These cards that I'm going to use, tarot, this is the Nightmare Before Christmas deck, and it's purple. And oh, this is so funny. I keep getting this page of I just randomly picked this up, Page of Wands, from this deck. And this is kind of like this knowing. So you have the candle flame. See, there's the wand. And this is a wand, actually. The candles in this deck are wand. So there's a lot of wand energy here. This young, you're remembering that you are a child of your ancestors. And so with that, once you really get this, it's going to bring a lot of prosperity. I'm feeling a lot of prosperity. I don't even think you'll need to, know what to do with this amount of prosperity that's coming in. And what I'm getting between 5 and 6 weeks or 5 and 6 months, there's going to be a lot of prosperity coming in. And that's in like That's like May or June of this coming year if you're watching this in December. So, like what with the summer coming in, because May 1st is the Beltrum. It is the festival of bringing in the summer. I was actually born on Imbolc, which is the beginning of spring. So as we move through the winter, the spring into the summer, this will come to light. And I see that like all this wheat, this like sun energy, like even in these cards, even here, and you've got the sun, you've got all this glittery sun energy. So with the summer, once you hone your practices, there's going to be a lot of prosperity coming in. So that's cool. Hey, after the last few readings, I'm like, I really needed a lighter-hearted reading. Like I started getting more intense energy, and I was like, no, I really need something a little lighter. So let's see what we got. You got the 7 of Potions, which is the 7 of Cups. That's options. That's choice. Like I was talking about, like you have all this prosperity, all these options. You just have to connect with your guides, connect with the divine, connect with whomever you see. Like there are at least 1, 2. No, there's at least, 2. I'm getting 2 distinct ancestors. There's 2 back here with the sun, and then there's 2 in these pictures, and they don't have to be female, but they could be. But what they are is people that have been in your ancestral line. They are people that could be a grandmother. It could be some ancestor you don't even know. But they're looking out for you. They're showing you that there's a lot of options and that are going to lead to prosperity. Like, look into these options. Which is the most fruitful? What are your instincts? What is your intention? And when you move from your intention into action, like you're putting this magic wand over the cups and you're like, and you're asking your ancestors which feels right, and they'll lead you because your intention is good. You have good intention. And so then you'll start working on it. You'll start working on it and doing a lot, putting all your efforts into whichever one. Oh, this is very interesting. It's right there and right here. That's very interesting. And then we also have here. So ancestor work is very important here. Like really connecting with things that you have forgotten that you know will lead to prosperity. Oh my gosh. And this is like, so in the holidays I was talking about, Imbolc, something like that. And the one for summer, there is a lot of straw dolls. There are a prosperity thing. So this has something to do with like a tradition, a family tradition. It doesn't have to be from the Irish culture, but I have a lot of Irish culture. So, and also being born on St. Bridget's holiday. The Hanged Man, and let me see what else we get. Ooh, okay. The Fool. Yes. Okay. So yes, like I was saying, they want you to, as long as your intentions are clear, you're going to be able to move forward. You're going to be able to create. And so really you have it on the palm of your hand. Look at this. Like you have all this power in the palm of your hand. And it's because you have good intentions and you're going along with your family line. You are moving forward into this. You are remembering. Okay, it's really good. Keep it up. Okay, we got the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom and the Hermit. Okay. Yeah, so it's like I said, prosperity. A change in your wealth. Look, they're both circles. They both look very similar. And I was talking about the straw doll. And we were talking about ancestors. So like really getting in touch with your your spiritual practices. This is very important. If you don't believe in spirituality, I don't know why you're here, but if you're here, you probably do. I want you to start doing intentional, like having intent when you do your rituals, when you do your meditations, when you practice your magical abilities, when you practice your clairs, when you practice whatever you call them, your psychic abilities, your instinct, your connection with your ancestor worship, your prosperity practices, your straight up magic. When you practice your magic, I want you to really have the intention of purity. Go inside and go from your high heart chakra, and this will turn in your favor. This will be very prosperous. Maybe straw dolls are important. They are in my practice. And then you got the hermit. So like I said, you know, going internal, the internal explorer. The hermit is the internal explorer. When you go within, you find out how to hone your practices. You find out what your true intention is. You see your sight. So this is a good reading. Yay. Like, oh my gosh, the last reading, I was just like, I don't know if I can do this. Oh, this is great. So we have the High Priestess and the Empress. This is 2 and then 3. This is great energy. This High Priestess is all about that internal explorer, that violet flame, your toolbox. You have been honing it. It's also here. So like, to me, this looks a lot like the Magician card, but it's the Temperance card. So like, you're honing all that, but you have the authority. You've worked on it. You've really honed that practice. And if you haven't been working on it, like I said, go back to the drawing board and figure out what your intention is. Connect with your spirit guides. And the Empress here is about creation, is about manifesting that in the world. So like, with your intentions again, bring it forth. Okay. So now let's do some shuffling, because I shuffled them differently than I normally do. That was interesting. Something I totally don't normally do, so that's interesting. And I just happen to have this little cool purple wand here, which is really fun. So like, what is your intention? Oh my gosh, like we have the wand here and the purple, the violet flame, just so much purple energy. It's the purple. The magic comes from connecting with your ancestors, connecting with your higher self, connecting with that high heart chakra, the divine, really getting your, like, be purposeful, like, believe it. You're not going to be able to manifest and create if you don't believe. If you're like, yeah, I sort of believe that there's something else that I can't see. So this came in reversed. You have to really believe. Like, if you're not going to truly believe, if you're not going to believe like you did when you were a kid and you believed in Santa Claus with everything I still believe in Santa Claus. I still, to this day, truly believe in Santa Claus, because I think Santa Claus is a feeling. It is something that when you believe in, it is true. It is this feeling that is created by the faith, by the belief that there is something that happens this time of year that is different. I don't believe in Santa Claus as far as like the commercialization of Santa Claus. I believe that there have been a lot of Saint Nicholases or saints that come in, and you know, if you're from a different religion, then there's always been some kind of person who comes in and gives to those, just purely out of the joy of it, of sharing in a celebration with others. So you got the 7 of needles, the 7 of swords reversed. So this is saying that when you connect with that higher spirit guide, that there will be no deception that can happen to you. This is like green energy. This is heart energy. Your heart cannot be deceived by, no matter what anybody does. They cannot come in and deceive you, because you just know. You have a feeling when you're connected to your spirit guides, when your higher self is connected, when you just know and you have your energy running and you're repairing and calling back your energy, there isn't any deception that can come in and hurt your heart. Because you're also practicing temperance, you're the high priestess, you're the empress. The wheel of fortune has gone in your favor. So just keep up your practice. Every time you feel a little overwhelmed, you know, go back to what you were. Go back to the basics. Every time that you fall off the wagon, like, and you don't believe and you lose faith, go back to the beginning. Start from scratch. Your intentions have to be pure. You have to be connected. And you can, and here's the 8 of needles. It's funny that I flipped them around and they still came out in order. So like this to me is like, I keep getting this nursery rhyme, and I said in another reading, 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, open the door, 5, 6, pick up 6, 7, 8, it's getting late. Okay, so don't worry about how much time has passed. Don't worry about what age you are. Don't worry about anything. Believe that you actually have the skill to fix this, the skill to do the work, the skill to connect. Like, I mean, look, she's using leaves and sewing up her own arm. She's not, this is about movement. The 8 of needles is usually about being stuck. This is the 8 of swords, about not seeing, but she's actually just seeing a different way of moving forward, of fixing herself. Like, that may be it. You have been doing the same kind of, you go to therapy, or you talk to friends, or you do this or that, but then you're realizing, that doesn't work for you anymore. So what does? How can you repair yourself? You can use the truth. You can be honest with yourself. If you can't be honest with anyone else, or no one else is being honest with you, because we have gotten a lot of swords and 7 and 8, then you decide how you want to function in your own head and with your ancestors. So you got the 3 of potions, that's the 3 of cups, and the 7 of presents, which is the 7 of pentacles. Working with your guides, with the divine, with your ancestors. This I see as them coming in. They may be like not very visible. You may have to look for them. You may have to see the smallest is hiding. They may be in different dimensions. They may be in a different awareness. They may be contacting you through lights flickering. You may be seeing that a lot. Like I said, these are swords. Those were swords. The needles were swords, and that's in the air. And so this could also have to do with a gift. You might be getting a gift, and it might, I know, like those babushka dolls, where you take them. We just got one that's a Santa one, but you open them up and there's another one, and then you keep opening them up until there's the teeny tiniest little one, kind of like the Cat in the Hat. Your guides, I get, are a little mischievous. They like to communicate with you. They might have a really good sense of humor, but you might not find it amusing because you're very serious about your practices. And what I see here is, no, you got to have fun. You got to have fun. Like, play around with what works for you. Play around, like I said, with different options. What works for you? Maybe you need to have some more music in your practice. Maybe you need to do some chanting or just singing. So you got the Devil. Yeah, a lot of people will judge you for your practices. They will see this as devil's work. But how is it any different than praying or lighting candles or chanting in a church? Or how is that any different than your practices? They put oil on us and ashes in the church that I used to go to, and they chant and they say all these things that I don't understand, but we call that organized religion. What is so different about what you're doing? Look at the origins. You don't, find out who your ancestors were, and then find out practices that resonate with you. Maybe you were born in Sri Lanka. I've gotten a lot of people, what is the ancestor thing of practices in that culture? What about the Gambia? What are the practices there? What about in Australia, the Aborigines versus the colonists? So, like, and I'm sorry, that's probably a touchy subject, but your ancestor, you know, and if you don't know what your ancestors did, like, start researching, start asking your ancestors, because they want you to be the magician. We've gotten how many wands? Like, oh, so many. I mean, look at this. You are the magician. And see, oh my gosh, it's a little magician and an adult magician. See, like, you're learning through the vast history of your unconscious ancestors. They are sending you signs. You may be seeing sequences of numbers. The numbers I got are 6, 32, 52, and the letters M and then I separated. Or I am, maybe. I am the magician. Maybe magician, or those letters mean something to you. But the point is not to get stuck, is to be very free flowing and have fun. Have fun with your exploration of who you are as a magician. Have fun exploring with your ancestors. Have a great time. Like, really enjoy yourself. Believe who you are. Like, I have my little fairy princess here. And, you know, I have tons of toys around me. I have a great time. Like, when I start forgetting that it really has to be a practice of fun, I lose that spark. And that's where our magic is, in the spark of creating. That we are vastly connected. We know much more. You don't have to explain how you know something. Just be confident that you know it. Just be very clear. No, I know. And I just saw 22:33 on the timer. So, wow. Okay, that was a fun energy. I really enjoyed that, and I look forward to all of you here. If this was your story, great. I really enjoyed it, and I love you guys so much. Mwah. And I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.